Right, we're back.
Yeah.
It's been a week, and we're back. We discovered some problems with our last session regarding audio and video shit. So we fixed those, hopefully.
Yeah.
There was a problem with OBS for the video stuff that was compressing
was too
it.
low.
Yeah. So we've raised the bit rate. And the audio was
with my drawing tablet.
The audio was a problem with noise removal, I think. That's what you said, right?
Uh-huh.
So that made us sound pretty tinny. We'll have those fixed.
I was not set up, it was more me being lazy and not doing it properly.
Yeah, so we've also changed our setup. I'm no longer sitting right next to Georgie at an uncomfortably close proximity.
We're more close to our TLG setup.
Yeah, I'm on the bed with a ton of pillows behind me supporting my back. And she's in her comfortable desk chair.
Yep.
Fucking bitch.
With a pillow.
So let's get into the game. So
I'm also just I'm looking over an upload that will be coming up soon.
Before it crashes again.
It won't crash. I've changed my browser I'm using. Also, this will probably be up before this part, so it'll be on my channel.
Yeah.
Plug.
Right. Back to this.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. The morning sun declared the arrival of a new day and woke me from my vivid dreams, memories of my home enclosed within the towering perimeter wall.
Perimeter.
Wait. Okay. We'll discuss it. Perimeter wall raced through my head. Perimeter wall?
Vivid dreams, memories of my home enclosed within a towering perimeter wall.
Why is it a towering perimeter wall? Around his home?
Must be dreaming of Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
Science SS and I wins a Diego. Where's the Diego?
I've showed you the bloody YouTube video of those being misinterpreted, haven't I?
Yeah.
Those are fucking funny. Okay. The peaceful landscape outside the apartment windows stood in defiance of these old thoughts. Rolling hills and blue sky were familiar to me now, and the purity of the sight gave me hope. A new hope.
Bum, bum, ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da.
Doorbell. Oh god, voice.
Oh, it's you!
Oh god, I'm the first voice. No!
Aha!
Right, okay. It's been a week, let's see if I remember how to do this.
Stuttery.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you want to try it?
No. It's your character, dude.
Okay.
I've got, what, 5 to voice? God damn.
Something like that. A lot more than me, certainly.
You're lucky I can remember them, and oh my god, when I have to do Remy. Do you want to do Remy?
No.
Aw.
I mean, if you hate him so much, sure, but we'll
I can always come up with a new voice.
We'll do that when we
too,
fucking
if I struggle
get to
too
it.
much.
Yeah. Right. Honey, please come with me.
It was a bit.
Okay.
Like that.
That's gonna sound weird.
Yeah. Do that noise and then.
Okay.
You're channeling
Right.
Jontron, a baby Jontron.
Okay, we're just making noises at this point. Right. What's going on? You sound serious.
He just speaks through those.
Oh god. The chief will explain everything once we arrive. Okay. This does not look like the police place. Huh. Okay. Hey, Chief. Horny is here.
Oh, thanks, Sebastian. You can deal with the situation here while I talk to Oni, right?
Of course.
It's been a while since I did this accent. No, actually, I did it last night, because Mum showed me an article and I read it in a northern accent. Though it was a lot thicker. I could go thicker. Oni, I've got some really bad news.
Well, what is it?
You know Anna, right?
Yeah, I do.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I've met her, yes.
How about her assistant?
Oh, we have. Twice. No, it was definitely once.
He was very irritated.
Yep. I met him once or twice.
Well, that's him. Oh, he's fucking dead!
Oh, shit. Well, I'm officially voicing less characters now.
God damn motherfucking piece of shit. God. Are you okay? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's just get this over with. Bryce nodded.
Nod.
Okay.
Make way for Noddy! Noddy!
That's old.
Yes. And here's more bad news. The blood we found on the first victim in town matches the DNA evidence found on the second victim at the power facility.
Oh no.
Furthermore, the murder weapon and method appear to be the same across all three victims. And that's going to be a big problem for you.
Why is that?
Your blood! Because with these 3 murders, Reza now qualifies as a serial killer. We won't be able to keep this whole thing quiet for much longer. Higher authorities, including the ministry in charge of your whole visit, will know about this soon. I have no idea what will happen once they do.
I'm not sure what to say to that.
I don't want to worry you, but we can be sure that action will be taken soon. I've been considering this possibility for a while, and think it might be best if you went back to your own world for now. This way we can't take action before we can take action before the ministry does. And before this all becomes public, if we wait, we don't know what they'll do or how the public will react. Reading. We did not do voice warm-ups again.
No, we have failed to do any
God,
kind of
I want to be a
warm-up.
voice actor and I keep forgetting. Do mouth exercises before coming in. With everything going on, it's too dangerous for you to stay here.
No!
What you say, bitch? You nearly
I'll take
clipped.
it
It just...
Yeah, I noticed that it was just like fucking right at the top.
It didn't go into that little red bit,
Yeah.
though, so...
Okay. No.
No.
This would be the worst possible time for me to leave. We've given up our PDAs and have hardly anything to show for it. We are owed several more generators, and let's not forget that Reza is still missing. If I leave now, the only thing I return home with is my life. I'll have lost everything else. We need those generators, Bryce. I have no idea if your authorities will continue to uphold our deal or what they'd do to Reza, but I'm not leaving until this is over.
Oscar-worthy, my good chap. If that's your decision, then so be it.
I'll have to kill you.
I'll kill you.
He's the serial killer.
Oh my god! Anyway, let's get back on track. I called you here for a reason, Oni. In addition to the murder, several things were stolen. Among them your PDAs, batteries, and some components used to build generators. Does that ring any bells?
Not really. Reza might have some knowledge of electronics, but I doubt he has enough to assemble one of your generators, even if he had the parts.
Strange. Even so, it's fair to assume Reza's involvement at this point. No one else has a greater motive to steal the PDAs, especially after what happened between him and Maverick.
Unless someone wanted to frame Reza in order to sabotage this whole operation.
Do you really believe that?
Hey, I'm just saying that it's possible.
I'll shelf the idea under possible but unlikely.
Hey, Chief, are we done here?
Pretty much, why do you ask?
We just got a message from the higher-ups. You and Horny are to report to the Ministry of Culture and Arts immediately.
Oh, I get to do this voice again!
And,
Lovely! Immediately. As in, right now?
Yeah, apparently. What's going on?
To be frank, I don't know. This is an extraordinary situation, and now that it's getting out of hand, they must want to address it. Don't. So the...
Let's go, top.
Let's be pessimistic as fuck.
We're going with the Georgie option.
Yep. If you expect the worst, at least you won't be disappointed. Sebastian, you can finish up here and go to the ministry when you're done. We'll probably have to make some arrangements after this meeting.
Sure thing, Chief.
Let's go then, shall we?
It's not like we have a choice.
Take me to your leader.
Well, we are technically aliens.
Oh boy. What did I do a voice?
It was posh.
Oh, so posh and sort of fabulous, darling.
Yes.
That was quicker than I expected. I wouldn't have minded waiting out here for a little longer.
Yeah, of course you would, in your fucking part that you built just for yourself, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it. Greetings, Minister.
Greetings. Wait, no, I have to do it in an alien voice. Greetings.
What the fuck? Shall we go inside for our official business? No, I've got everything I need right here. It gets so stuffy inside on hot days. My assistant doesn't seem to mind, but I prefer the fresh air. I'd rather just stay right here unless you have any objections.
Objection! No.
Objection!
We've already done that one.
I don't. I see. Well, I know I haven't exactly been up to date in regards of Reza's sudden disappearance, but to get the message today that he is a confirmed serial killer was quite shocking.
Well, he's not actually confirmed, is he?
Not necessarily.
He's suspected.
Yeah. Frankly, I'm curious as to why the facts of this case have been withheld from me for so long. Simply because they weren't within your jurisdiction. The murders were strictly a police matter. Only with the amount of new evidence, namely the DNA and blood we found, and these 3 murders now being linked together, and to him, What? Namely the DNA, the blood we found, and these 3 murders now being linked together, and to him, did your ministry have to become involved? I read it. I see. So Riz's involvement is now undeniable? I'm afraid so, Minister. Facts are nothing to be afraid of. Though in light of all this, I'm starting to worry about my personal safety.
I've just noticed something. Why are the inside of her ears so red?
I have no idea. I think they were trying to be clever with the texturing in the drawing, but it doesn't make sense because none of the rest of the drawing is textured.
Yeah.
With our thick hides, I don't think our species has much to fear if we consider the murder weapon. Speak for yourself. You don't think something of my standing...
Something.
Someone
She's a thing.
I objectify myself. Speak for yourself. You don't think someone of my standing needs protection? Oh, for sure. If you were worried about your personal safety, we could look into an escort for you. Good. Considering all the murders took place during the night, I certainly need it. Long days are endemic in my line of work. But that's enough about myself. Though you can never have enough of myself. I'm adding now. I'm improving. We now face the question of what should be done about Reza and Hornet.
I'm just going to interject here. So, the murder happened to someone we'd met during our search. If we'd gone and searched somewhere else, would that have changed who got murdered?
Possibly.
Or is it set to always be... Well, Damien, wasn't it?
Think so.
Yeah.
Minister, we continue our hunt for Reza every day. As a matter of fact, Horny has been helping us to do so for a while now. Is that so? One human a murderer, another a detective?
I think I've been a little more busy pursuing some dragon booty.
Being a player! And how do we know Horny isn't following a similar plan to Reza's? Whatever that may be. Similar concerns were levelled by Reza's escort, Maverick. It was his overreaction that caused Reza to run away in the first place.
You know, I'm standing right here.
Hello! I'm Horny! Let the human talk for once, Chief.
Yeah, I just said.
She gets it.
Yeah.
Nice. Please, Horny, enlighten me. You and Reza came here on the same mission, and the situation has escalated beyond our expectations. What you tell me now will determine the actions I'll take on this matter.
Do we need to save?
I don't think so. Maybe you should start by telling me your side of the events from the beginning. Reza was fine during his early days here. Things only went wrong after you arrived. Fucking hate you.
I opened my mouth, but Bryce spoke first, determined to defend me.
Don't touch me, Bay. Arguably, the problems that caused all this were apparent even then. How so? Maverick suspected Reza of planning something, but I didn't think he had a case. Well, did he? No. What he has was a suspicion. The night he followed Reza, we both found him and Orny at the portal.
Where did you get we from?
He
You fucking
found...
dumbass.
Shut up.
You were so bad at reading.
I mistook one letter.
You've
Bro.
done it multiple times before.
Shut up. The humans intended to send one of their promised generators through, but there was a confrontation that ended it with both Maverick and Horny wounded, and Reza running away. Reza's been missing ever since. I've read the reports already, Chief. The question is, did Maverick cause this, or did he just fail to prevent it? I've no way of knowing that, Minister. You just mentioned your apparent knowledge of problems back then. Problems may not have been the right word. Let's just say Maverick's attitude was not helpful during the encounter. Why did you choose Maverick as his escort in the first place? Protection for the human ambassador was my greatest concern when I made that decision, and Maverick was the most capable individual in that regard.
And then, so apparently the second most capable is Sebastian, because that's who we got. I think
Don't judge him on his outward appearance, the poor baby, and his mighty stutter.
Yes. They must be pretty understaffed.
Probably, yeah. Well, that worked out nicely, didn't it? You also seem to think that Maverick shouldn't have remained Reza's escort. Is that true? Yes. I'd paid more attention to the warning signs. This situation may have been avoided. So you accept responsibility for the incident? ... Yes, Minister. I see. Now, let us get back to the topic of Horny. Oh, yeah. Reza was your partner in humanity's mission to come to this world. His list of criminal activities not only includes murder, but also theft of generators, electronic components, and the PDAs your people gave to us. I understand why Bryce would reason that you could help the investigation, but we have no other choice but to be suspicious of Reza's partner. What was your motivation when you agreed to help us? Let me say no. Ooh.
They're all technically true.
Middle one? Seems more justice.
But it's also rather vague.
But justice.
Just...
Batman. Judge Dredd. Someone else.
I suppose that seems selfish.
Yeah.
And that just is throwing him under the bus.
Yeah. I'd say middle.
Okay.
I thought Reza's involvement was undeniable at this point.
That may be true, but we still don't have the whole picture. We don't know if others are involved or his reasons. I just want to know why.
I see. Well, after reading up on the whole situation and hearing both your accounts, I believe that Horny is trustworthy. Yay. Nevertheless, I think Horny presents a great risk.
With his STD.
With his AIDS.
Why is that?
After this meeting, I will hold a press conference to inform the public of the current situation. The people must know of the danger posed by Reza. No matter what Bryce and I think of your involvement, the public could feel differently. You, me, and Bryce will have to face the backlash resulting from this information becoming public. And what's more, Horny, you might be in real danger yourself.
They'll all come for that booty.
They'll come for that booty. They will want that
Swiggity
booty.
swooty.
Swiggity swooty indeed. I'm trying to act and then Horny. Reza himself may come to silence you once he learns that you are helping us, or consider the public uproar from those who would question your involvement.
Well, if it is him, he had a chance to do that last chapter with the fucking light fixture.
True.
But he pushed us out of the way.
Yep.
Of course, that's assuming that is Reza.
I don't know. I don't know.
In theory, he and us are the... he and us. Me are the only two humans
or
who
so
came
we
through.
think.
Yeah, I suppose someone could have gone through before us.
It's the gods! Okay, carry on.
What, like one was cryogenically frozen and has been woken up from that facility?
I'm back, bitches!
What are these dragons?
God damn it! Oh fuck, I was gonna have a drink. All things considered, it would be for the best if you returned to your own world.
Oh,
until
do
the
I have to
situation
shout
has been
another no?
resolved. No! I came to the very same conclusion, Minister. Then, with your support, this is what shall be done.
Please, don't. I haven't had any fuck yet.
I haven't had sex yet.
I need to get laid.
I don't want to be a dragon virgin. I want to pop my dragon cherry. You don't agree?
If you send me back now, this diplomatic relationship is over. I'd have to admit defeat to humanity. There's no way I can return without your generators, our PDAs, or Reza.
Maybe you could explain to them what a great choice of an ambassador Reza was.
Well, he wasn't chosen as an ambassador, was he? He was a scout.
I suppose, but then he also could, in that way...
At that point, they didn't know it was dragon. They didn't even know it was another fucking world. They just thought it was another location. He took a gun with him in case it was dangerous. They didn't know anything. Really, outside of what the letters were.
He was still technically a representative of where he was coming from.
I guess, but we were given a more dedicated role on that matter. He was just meant...
Well, carry on. Don't question it. Don't question.
Okay. But I was his partner, so in a way, he is my responsibility. I can't just go back like this.
I'm afraid that's not enough. It certainly doesn't outweigh our reasons for sending you home.
Just let me explain. I'll tell you everything.
Everything.
Long ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Bum, 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 Yep.
Oh god.
Oh my god!
No!
You went far off, man.
Exposition!
Fucking shit.
Okay. Oh, backstory. Okay, right, let's get into this.
When I was a baby, a dragon killed my family.
Now I'm the Dragon Man.
I am the Dragon Man.
The Cape Dragon Crusader.
The Winged Crusader.
Yeah, that's better. Years ago, our world was prosperous. Our technology was far more advanced than yours even. Computers not only graced every household, but every single person. It was the age of information. And, of course, since it was 20XX, we also had Mega Man.
Yep, and lots of porn.
Even children have the power to access the most advanced knowledge at their fingertips.
And porn.
With our PDAs, our interconnectedness with other people, and our environment was greater than ever.
Including porn.
From locomotion to repetitious work and household chores, many processes were automated to such a degree that except for our jobs and hobbies, there was nothing that needed to be done by a person anymore.
Except porn.
It is fucking Mega Man. Even the concept of someone wielding a weapon was outdated, as wars were no longer fought by... Oh my god! But by machines.
And porn.
The Great Porn War.
The Great Porn War of 2057. It was a roaring good time.
Looking back, it was probably the single most prosperous time in human history. Exploitation of the environment and other people was at an all-time low, as was crime. Conversely, our technological advancements were to drastically increase quality of life. Humans were no longer required for strenuous and repetitive tasks. Education had reached an all-time high, and many new jobs were created. General happiness had reached levels never before seen. Yet one day, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Water, earth, fire, air. Oh, man. Fire!
Oh god, it is the Fire Nation! Oh, it's fucking Assassin's Creed story.
I don't know that story.
It's like, there was a massive solar
eclipse
wind that like reverses the Earth's magnetic poles or something.
Okay.
It's really unfitting for a game about assassins in the past.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. A solar flare that was headed for Earth was detected by an automated monitoring system. It was determined to be so powerful that it dwarfed all others ever recorded in history. It was the sun's biggest fart.
Yes.
We had less than a week to prepare. Chaos hit much earlier than that, as people scrambled to shield themselves and their possessions from the incoming ion storm. On a worldwide level, power lines were switched off, satellites reorientated in space, and planes grounded to mitigate the effects that would hit us. Despite humanity's contingency plans for such an event and all our efforts, we were still not prepared for the sheer magnitude of the solar flare that arrived. It was only then, when our race had become so dependent on technology, that we were immeasurably vulnerable against this kind of disaster. That day, a force with the power of 10 billion Hiroshima bombs was unleashed into our atmosphere.
Isn't it Hiroshima?
Specifics. The eyewitness reports from this day were varied as they were terrifying.
Bum bum bum.
Ooh.
Pretty, but deadly.
A huge, beautiful aurora could be seen on the horizon before fireballs hurled across the sky.
Oh no! Did they have to make disaster look so attractive?
In some places, these lights became so bright that even those asleep at night awoke, as though day had already arrived. A coronal mass ejection by itself did not have the power to kill anyone directly, but the side effects were disastrous.
We grew gills. You'd have to see my
Do you want to see? After the lights in the sky arrived, sparks showered from electrical outlets everywhere, igniting rampant fires in every town and city. Facilities that stored weapons, fireworks, or other explosives became centres of widespread destruction and loss of life. During the next stage, the solar flare started to affect body modification. Oh my god, they had cyborgs?
Cool.
Nice.
Donald Pierce up in this bitch.
and caused commonplace pacemakers and nanomachines. Oh my god. Oh, we gotta play Metal Gear Rise and Revengeance.
I want to play
Fucking
them all.
nanomachines, son.
Most of them. I want to play the main console ones.
15% of the world's population died as a result of this alone.
Bummer.
Once the full power of the waves hit us, however, society as we knew it collapsed in one fell swoop. Power grids on Earth shut down in an instant, as did all the machines that automated our routine tasks. Mega Man! No! Long-distance communication and transport became a thing of the past.
Bummer. It's okay.
Without electrical power, the quality of healthcare plummeted, and water and sewage systems were crippled. Diseases we thought defeated centuries ago made their comeback in a most unsightly fashion, like AIDS.
Yeah.
Many thought the end of the world had arrived, and in a way, it had. Some people blamed whoever their belief system would allow, angry at the gods that had forsaken them. Others pointed their fingers at our lifestyle and society. Not that anyone was listening.
It's just it's the Islam religion. They got it. Allah Akbar!
Practically, we were back in the Middle Ages. Governments collapsed and were overthrown, and the ensuing power vacuums filled with groups of people that were sometimes organised and sometimes not. Fucking Antifa.
Yeah.
The new functioning electronic devices left became rare, sought after artifacts over which battles and even wars were fought. Behold, the tablet of porn! We shall start wars over this mighty device.
Yes!
For the right to fap.
It is the most important part of the day.
Of course, there were also wars over resources and territory, like bananas. The weaponry used was improvised or even reclaimed from the days when humans had been present on the battlefield. It had been ages, but people returned to the old bloody ways of war. Humanity is in shambles now. Those that I'd call family and friends now live with me in a giant, mostly I fucking knew perimeter wall had to mean something. It's fucking post-apocalyptic.
Yep.
We're escaping to the dragon world because they have it better off than us.
Yeah.
In a giant, mostly self-sufficient city-state of survivors. It's like fucking Last of Us, but no zombies.
Last of Us meets Attack on Titan with no giants and or zombies, but there's dragons somewhere.
It's a sun fart instead. A huge wall around the perimeter, guarded by militia, prevents any outside interference. It's the only way we can retain a modicum
dear God,
of
militia
order.
giving me PTSD
Gangs
from Arkham
of raiders
Knight.
and looters
So much
run
militia.
rampant on the outside. They wouldn't hesitate to kill first and ask questions later if they had known about my PDA.
Dude, the militia in Arkham Knight is a fucking chore.
Our contained community has flourished for years now. We have homes to live in, crops to grow and livestock to raise, and still have our own automated hospital that runs on salvage generators. Lately, though, supplies have started to run low, and dangerously so. The power we have is running out. Illnesses are spreading throughout the city, and treatment isn't as available as it used to be. Our population is dropping by the day. We took a great risk to increase the radius of our scouting missions, desperate to find something outside the wall that could help us.